It was a crisp autumn morning in Chicago when Daniel Carter first saw Alina Brooks outside the university cafe. She wore a mustard yellow scarf and sipped a latte, nose buried in a poetry book. He was instantly drawn to her calm, artistic vibe. They locked eyes once, and that was it. Their love story began. Daniel, a software engineering student, and Alina, a literature major, became inseparable. For 3 beautiful years, they lived a whirlwind romance, late-night walks by Lake Michigan, rain-soaked kisses, movie marathons, and promises whispered between tangled sheets. On their first anniversary, Daniel kissed her under a sky full of fireworks and said, "3 years from now, I'll be on one knee with a ring." But no one saw the cracks forming. Year 2, the shifts. Alina began pulling away. Her smiles lingered shorter, her hugs felt distracted. Daniel noticed, but he blamed college stress. One night, they kissed after an argument. It was the kind of kiss that starts slow, like a silent apology, but ends in desperate passion, both fearing the silence that would follow. Afterward, Daniel lay beside her, watching her eyes stare at the ceiling. "Are we okay?" he asked. She didn't answer. Year 3, the discovery. Daniel found messages on Alina's phone. Not with another man, but her therapist. She had been attending secret sessions. The text read, "I feel like I don't know if I love him anymore. He's perfect, but something in me is broken." His heart shattered. Not because she had lied, but because he never knew she was hurting. He confronted her. She cried. They kissed again, this time a tear-soaked, trembling kiss. Their lips met not to feel love, but to remember it. "Why didn't you tell me?" he asked. "I didn't want you to fix me," she whispered. "I wanted to be enough on my own." The breakup. On their 3rd anniversary, Daniel booked a rooftop dinner. Candles, roses, the ring in his pocket. She arrived in black. He knew then. They didn't eat. She held his hand and said, "You are the best part of me, but I've outgrown who I was with you, and staying would be crueler than leaving." He didn't speak. He stood up, kissed her forehead, the softest kiss of his life, and walked away. She cried into the wine. 1 year later, Daniel moved to San Francisco. He worked for a tech startup and dated casually, but no one stayed. Every time lips met lips, he searched for something he had lost forever. Alina published a book of poems. One of them was titled "The Boy Who Kissed Me Like Time Would Stop." He read it under the night sky, tears falling as he whispered, "It did stop, Alina. The moment you left." Daniel had changed. His hair was shorter, his smile rarer. Though the city was buzzing with innovation and new faces, Daniel's world felt muted. He hadn't dated seriously since Alina. No one made him feel that strange, electrifying ache. But fate doesn't forget unfinished stories. One rainy evening, he attended a book fair, half-heartedly, out of boredom. As he wandered past shelves of memoirs and mystery, he stopped cold. There she was, Alina, standing on a small stage, reading from her 2nd book. Her voice hadn't changed. Smooth, melancholic. Her words danced with grief and beauty. The poem she read was titled, "The Man Who Let Me Go." Daniel froze. She saw him in the crowd, her breath caught. For a heartbeat, the world paused. Later, as the crowd thinned, she found him. Neither spoke. She just reached out and gently touched his chest, right where his heart beat wild. They walked to a quiet cafe nearby, like no time had passed. "Why are you really here?" he asked finally, his voice low. "I didn't know you'd come." "But I hoped," she replied. The tension. That night was slow and magnetic. They talked about everything and avoided everything that hurt. As they walked to her hotel, she stopped under a tree. "Do you still think about it?" "About us?" she whispered. Daniel stepped closer. "Every damn day." And then it happened again, the kind of kiss that rewrites memories. Their lips found each other like they belonged there. Her fingers slid into his hair. He pulled her closer like he was afraid she'd disappear again. The night didn't end with a goodbye. The twist. But when Daniel woke up the next morning, she was gone. A note lay on his bedside table. "Last night was real, but I'm engaged now." I just needed to feel something before I gave the rest of my life to someone else. Don't hate me. I just needed to remember what it was like to be truly loved, even for one last night. He stared at the paper, unable to breathe. 1 month later, Daniel avoided everyone. He deleted her number. He tried moving on, but he was haunted. Every girl he kissed, every touch, nothing felt real. Then one day, a parcel arrived. No return address. Inside, a wedding invitation. Alina Brooks and Dr. Nathaniel Graves. Daniel stared at it for hours, then tore it in half. But something slipped out from between the pages, a Polaroid photo of him and Alina, dated 3 years ago, with the words, "If things were different, I'd choose you again. 1,000 times."
He broke down.